Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode. And in this week's episode, we're going to be talking a little bit about the NBA. So, the All Star game starts on Friday, on Valentine's Day, and we have a different format than what we're used to. And we got a tournament. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm going to be honest. I don't even know if I'm going to watch it. They saying that they want to make it more competitive because it hasn't been in the past. Last year, literally one of the teams scored over 200 points. Like, what are we doing? Like, clearly, I know y'all are the best to do it, but clearly, y'all are not trying on the defensive side at all. Like, there should be no reason y'all are scoring 200 points. Instead of trying to make it more competitive and like forcing the players to be more competitive, I think I have found a solution for this. At first I didn't really buy into the opinion of, people are too nice, everybody's too friendly. The AU circuit has ruined it where everybody's played together, everybody's friends. I didn't buy into that opinion at first. But I think I've changed my mind. So the other night, the Timberwolves and the Rockets faced off, and no really big surprise, Anthony Edwards had 41 points. But, however, there was a tussle in the beginning between him and Dylan Brooks. And then after that, of course, Anthony Edwards went off. And like I said, this goes back to the whole opinion we need to bring hate back into the NBA. They might be right. They might be onto something. Because listen, if there's one thing I know about a basketball player, I'm sure this is every sport. If there's one thing I know about a basketball player, if you tell them I'm better than you, they're going to say, lace up right now, like check ball, let's go right now. That's what I think the All-Star game needs. I think we need to challenge their pride more than anything. Like, scrap the whole thing. Put everybody, all the All-Stars that are voted on one team and put everybody that everyone hates in the league on the other. Because when I tell you the level of play that changes when two players are going against one another, it is the best basketball to watch. It is the best basketball to watch. They're trying their hardest to beat the other person. And that's really what the fans want to see at the end of the day is who's better. Love them or hate them. Love them or hate them. I'm not even a Dylan Brooks fan. I promise you I'm not. But I had so much fun watching that game. And yeah, I know he didn't guard Anthony the whole time, so it wasn't like he had 41 on him. But man, something about it is just so much better to watch than just any other game. Listen, you can't challenge them with money. They make too much. They don't care. You can't challenge them with a prize. Like, what are we going to give them? Another trophy? Like, a trophy for the All-Star game? They don't care. Even the tournament this year, that the in-season tournament, it was clearly better basketball. Like, you could tell there was a bit of a more competitive edge during then, but not as much as what I think it could be. But if you challenge a player's pride, oh boy, if you challenge a basketball player's pride, I swear they will go all out. That will be the best basketball we've seen because they are in the NBA. So clearly these are the best to ever play the game currently. I just wish there was a better way to have the All-Star game because I do want to see better matchup. Like, I do want to see better basketball. These are the best people to play. I want to see them play at like 100%. I also understand the risk in injuries and, you still have the rest of the season to go and, the finals and everything if you're a contender. But I think that could really change. We need to challenge their pride. I don't know how we're going to do that. I don't know if you can do that. I'm just saying the best basketball I've seen this year is when people hate one another. And how can you do that? I do think, however, I'm going to take a page out of the WNBA's book. I say WNBA, actually Unrivaled book, because they're not together. They're two separate things. Imagine if we had a one-on-one tournament during NBA All-Star Weekend. Dude, if we had a one-on-one tournament, I think that would benefit the All-Star Weekend 10 times over, like 10 times over. But a TikTok creator, what's his name? Hugo Black, I'll tag him down below. Hugo Black said he doesn't think that the NBA would ever do it because the NBA players' prides couldn't handle it. Like, not enough players would participate. And I don't think he's far off. I'm going to be honest. I don't think he's far off. Like, who do you know in the NBA that would get up there in front of everybody and be challenged one on one against another NBA player? Because listen, a lot of people are in the NBA, give any level, it doesn't matter. College, high school, NBA. Everybody has a role to play. So I'm just saying the one-on-one tournament would expose a lot of people because it's happening in Unrivaled. And I don't think the NBA's players' prides are ready for that. I do think it would be so entertaining, and I think some of them would be down for it. Yeah, I wonder why we don't have a one-on-one tournament in the All-Star Weekend. I think that would be so. I think that would be the one thing everybody would tune into. I think that would be the one thing. They might not even watch the game, but the one-on-one tournament, man, what I would tune in for that. I'm watching that. And even this year, they can't have. They only last year they had record-breaking things for the three-point contest because of Sabrina and Steph, but now Caitlin Clark's not doing it because she says she wants her first time to be in the WNBA All-Star game, which I totally agree with. So, you know, their viewership's gonna go down for that compared to last year's, anyways. But I think the old heads might be right. I think we need to bring back Hayden because, man, if you challenge a basketball player, like it's like telling somebody you won't. If you say you won't, now I gotta do it. Look, who won't? Exactly. Like I'm gonna do whatever you tell me I won't do. Another form of this in a separate way is like maybe it's not so much bring back people hating each other, but we definitely need to bring back rivalries. One of my favorite rivalries that is happening right now is freaking Trae Young versus the New York Knicks. Man, Trae Young is so hated in New York. The Knicks fans literally hate Trae Young so much. Before before the in-season tournament, when he beat them to go to Vegas, this man had beaten the Knicks, was rolling dice on the court before the clock ran out. Bro, I know New York fans were pissed. I know they were pissed. I would be pissed too if the person I hate seeing win all the time beat my team. For some reason, he turns into prime Kobe when he plays the Knicks. It's because of the rivalry. I'm telling you, it's because he's got pride in it. That's the difference. This man was on his way to Vegas. He had to beat them to go to Vegas. Clock's running down. 8, 7, 6. He's at the top of the key with dribbling the ball out, rolling dice. Boy, if I was a New York Knicks fan, I get it. I see why they hate him. But I am a Trae Young fan, so listen. Like, this is what rivalry's supposed to be. This is what rivalry brings. This is why we need more of it. And so the other night, Trae comes to New York, Madison Square Garden. They did lose in overtime, but this man still had 38 points and 19 assists against the Knicks because he hates them and they hate him. This is good basketball. This is good for the sport. That rivalry is amazing for the sport. Like I said, going back to Dylan Brooks, love him or hate him, I'm no Dylan Brooks fan, but he makes the game more interesting. You can't deny it. He makes the game more interesting. And so I think if we have more of that, I think the NBA would be a lot better. Overall, better viewership, better playing. I think it would just do nothing but benefit the sport. And basically what I'm saying is the best way to get at a basketball player, if you want a basketball player to get more competitive, tell them that the person they play against is better than them. Like that just, I'm telling you, I have never once said to a basketball player, I'm better than you, and their immediate response is not, we can check up right now. That's just how you do it. Like, I don't know what's in the air, what's in the water for basketball players, but I'm telling you, that's exactly how it is.